I'm Michael.
And I'm Matthew. And we're here to interview Crypterror. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yep, I'm Doc.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Switch.
Nice. So how did you guys all meet? What is the origin of Crypterror?
That's a long story, but kind of short version. We all started playing together when we was like 16, 17 in high school. We were all on drumline together in high school. Well, me and Lee were. Switch played at North Edgecombe. Me and Lee played at Talkbreakz High on drumline. So we met each other then. And we met our first band when we were like 16, 17, give or take. And that was High Volume instead of Crypterror. And then we fell apart for a couple years, and then we just pretty much remastered the band, remade it. Same thing, same group of people, but we've been knowing each other for 7 years now, give or take, a little bit more than that.
So like same type of music in like the original band, kind of?
It's a little bit more figured out now.
Yeah.
Back then it was just
All over the place.
jamming. I wouldn't even say all over the place. I would just say it's just jamming. We were still hungry, still had the same hungry spirit to play music. But as we got further into our music careers, it was like, yeah, now we know what we want. Now we know the sound that we want to get. And it's still increasing more and more as the day goes on. Because we always want to fight for a new sound, and we always want to put an energy together and give people what they want to hear. So yeah, I would say that.
We were a lot more hard rock in the beginning, but also we did a lot of things in the beginning. Like you said, there's a lot of jamming. We did a lot of different stuff. We didn't really settle on a sound then.
Like a jam band type deal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, cool. I gotta ask, is there like any symbolism behind the masks?
I would say for me, well, not really. It's just something that I wanted to do for a character. And like, wore it one show, wore it again, kept wearing it, and it just became a part of my identity.
It's a lot. I don't know. When I was younger, I used to be insecure about my look, so I always covered my face and stuff. And I'm a big fan of Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of masks buying out the store and stuff like that, and I just didn't ever take it off. And until I got home. I mean, I'll take it off now because
I hope you took it.
You got it on like the drive over here.
I don't know. It just grew on. It just grew on to me. It grew on to me, and I didn't stop. I'm not gonna stop. And yeah, that's the story behind the man. Basically, Michael Myers.
I respect that.
He's a killer of the drums.
He murders skins.
It is what it is.
All right, so what is your guys' process for writing music?
Well,
I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it basically we don't usually write together. It's always one of us coming up with something that we think that everybody would love. And like I would send a riff to him, and he would be like, "All right, I can work with it." And then we would bring it to him, and I'd be like, "All right, let's see what we can put together from here." But there are some instances where we are at practice and we are jamming out, and it's like, okay, I like that right there. Let's make this into something. That's usually how it goes. There's no all three of us sitting down writing together unless it comes from a jam.
Yeah, and I honestly don't think it would ever work that way. We've been writing like that for a long time. Like you said, he'll send a riff or I'll send a riff. And that's pretty much
You gotta do whatever works, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever's easiest.
And I mean, it helps. We found like WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp is a good way. That's how we send all our riffs. Because WhatsApp, you can record for however long a sound clip, and you can send it, and it doesn't matter. Like text messages usually sometimes don't work, and then emails ain't always reliable either. But WhatsApp works really good for that. That's part of it.
Alright, cool. Do you guys have any inspirations you guys draw from?
Sabbath, Black Sabbath.
Is that like the big one?
For this, I would say we have some Led Zeppelin type styles in our music too.
Maiden, Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
Iron Maiden, Sabbath,
That's what I
Led
was about to say,
Zeppelin.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Who else would you say?
It was as a band or just individually.
Yeah, and as a band or individually?
Individually or as a band. Either.
Are you saying like?
Well, as a
got us
band,
into-
those were the three,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
But when you say individually, are you like what got us into? This,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, just the
growing up and
The
everything.
artist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The artist you drew from. I definitely like Keith Richards. Keith Richards is the shit to me, man. He's the coolest guitarist to ever. Presley, Keith, and of course Jimmy. I mean Hendrix. I wouldn't be playing guitar without Hendrix in the first place. So, but Keith Richards is like my big one, man. Like Keith is just cool as shit.
I would say before I got into rock, and I got into rock when I was like 13, I would say James Jamerson was like my go-to, especially with his flashy bass lines. And as I got further into playing music, as far as playing wise, just listening to the way Geezer Butler plays is like, yeah, I like that. Weird sound, but I would say that's inspirations right there as far as playing.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
You got any artists you like?
So for me, I don't know, man. Like it really. Okay, for me, it started with before I got in rock and metal. It started with gospel. Well, I mean, that was the type of environment I was, but me, yeah. When I got into rock and metal, it was because of Guitar Hero. I used to have the game, and then I came across George Jordison online with the little drum out. Cause in school I got kicked out of class for doing it. This is what I gotta go through on a daily basis, you know. I used to get kicked out of class for that and all that. And then, if you ever seen Freddy vs. Jason?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
It was a band called Il Nino, and this song called How Can I Live? And I used to get off the bus and play that song every day. My mom used to tell me, turn around, what are you listening to and all that? Because I was blasting it, and I'm in there going crazy, but you know, they weren't into that type of stuff. And I was like, well, I like this. And then I picked up Avenged Sevenfold, and I came across that. And a lot of other bands like Metallica, the Black Sabbath, and all that. I came with it. I was like, bro, this is my type of music. This is what I like. And everybody, you know, try to force everything up on me, but I wasn't going for it. I was like, I'm a rock star. And yeah, that's how I got into the metal and rock genre, basically from a video game and a movie. And then it just grew on me, and I kept it.
That's how it usually works.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But Guitar Hero, I know I broke everything in my house with Guitar Hero. Like, yeah. I got whooping for it, but I didn't care.
I didn't care.
Didn't care.
All right. So, do you guys have any cool or funny show stories?
Let's let Lee start with that.
I know, I'm trying to see what I can say.
We gotta,
You
yeah.
gotta like censor.
How about you
Keep
start
it, like,
off and we just work our
PG-13,
way
I
this
guess.
way?
Well,
Yeah, you go ahead.
we can't think.
Yeah, you can for you, bro.
All right, keeping it PG, there was one time we had went to the Outer Banks, and we had to play real late in the hour, probably like 11 or 12 o'clock at
You
night.
can go
so-
PG-13 if you want.
Okay. So like we're sitting at the bar and we slamming down Jack and Cokes all night. All night. And by the time we get on stage, it's like we are messed up. We are screwed. First song, instantly you notice it. I'm out of tune, he's out of tune, the drummer's out of sync with me, and we're like, okay, we finding the groove on the next song, and then boom, slap us in the face again. And we can't control it, and then you get to the point where I walk over to him, trying to dance with him, and we're just laughing at each other because we know, like, this is horrible. We're never gonna get invited back.
We're gonna get invited back. We came and drunk up all that Jack Daniels, and they ain't never coming
To
back.
make matters worse, I still remember what was wrong back on stage during the set. We got another Jack and Coke,
Yep.
and we got 2 Coronas.
And we got 2 Coronas.
Why playing while we messed up? So we get off stage and he look at me and we just bust out laughing. I'm like, bro, you know that was something, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I got one. It's kind of this is PG, but it is still funny. One time we were playing the State Theater. This was like early days of State Theater, like maybe our second or third time playing there over there off of 5th Street. And as usual, we at the bar getting drunk before the set, and we're drinking. And we get on stage, and this dude just comes over there jumping like he's Ali from Bon Jovi, comes over there jumping at me and shit. So I'm just sitting there playing guitar, I'm grooving. He comes over, starts dancing in my face, making fun of me. So I dance over to his side of the stage with him. So he's running over here. We're both dancing back this way. Then I try to turn around, and my cord gets unplugged. He runs over there and tries to stop he tries to put his foot on it so I can't grab my cord.
No. I'm pulling the cord. And
That's right.
You dumping on it so I wasn't grabbing it anymore.
He was trying basically not to let me plug back in. And we're on State Theater stage. Like we're
fighting over
yeah,
it.
we're over there fighting over the cord. You know, it's like, dude.
like putting together like a skit in the middle of
a show that was not rehearsed.
I go over there to try to. This is what the versatility band. This is the second band that we got.
Yeah.
I go over there to dance with the keyboard player, and I notice that now my cord is unplugged.
Yeah.
I didn't see him run behind me on stage and unplug my cord. And so now he's winding me up. And
done, dude.
And I'm stepping on the cord like none of that was planned. It was like, okay, now we got to get back to the cue.
Yeah, we got to get back to the song now.
We can hear the drummer yelling out, and it's like, we can't go right now.
Not right now, bro.
My cord is not in my amp.
We're not plugged in right now.
So that's a couple of PG ones that we can say.
But
there has been some.
To be honest with you, you really just you only get one or the other extreme. To be honest, we don't really have a middle ground because we got some really wild stories.
It's either like fairly normal or just insane.
Yeah. You want to hear a funny story? Come try to wake us up the next day.
Or try to get us to go to sleep.
Yeah, try to get us to go to sleep. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Got a funny story?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Why are you
Y'all
so
when
mad?
y'all left me on the street after a show
Something about
with the soda
when you caught
when I caught a crumb. I don't know. I drank a lot of soda that night when I wasn't supposed to, playing, you know. And we on the way back from. I mean, we was in Greenville.
We was on the way back to Talkbreakz.
Yeah, on the way back to Talkbreakz. Heading the old road by sheep, going like by sheep. And I'm in the back. Was I in the back or the front?
You was in the back.
I was in the back.
You was
Oh
in the
my
back.
God. I just sat up and we back there rocking out, listening to music, going ham. And all I know is my legs stretched out. And I couldn't move it. And it's had like a big vein. I'm just going to say vein, like a Charlie horse. And I couldn't move it. And I started yelling. And they laughing. We still driving. And I'm telling them.
He yelled so loud, we thought something
was legit wrong.
It was.
No, it was.
My leg was locked. I'm
It was
like,
like cramping.
I ain't gonna even say it was the
Mind
That junk
you-
was just stuck. Like,
Mind you, in the back of this car, we had every amp, the whole drum set. We literally fit the whole band in a little 4-door sedan. And he's the one in the back seat. He yelled. He said, "Ah! What's wrong, bro? Bro, I got a cramp."
at first it was normal, but then when I tried to move, it fully locked where I couldn't bend.
We had to pull the seat up, pick them up,
And
and put them outside.
if I tell you I can't move and I'm leaning on the door, they open the door and I fall straight out on the ground. I'm like, bro, freak it, just call the ambulance.
So we
bro, 'cause
we
I
gotta
couldn't do
move
that.
him over to the curtain, and he's like, "Y'all gotta call the
Ambulance.
ambulance."
I know
Bro, we on
people-
64. Ain't no ambulance
Ain't no
coming
ambulance
out.
coming. And people just driving by now, I know they looking like, bro, he kidnapping this dude. They just dragging him by the leg. I'm like, bro, it is is what it is. I said, that day, I told myself I would never drink a soda again. Like, no. It was crazy.
That was a funny one.
No,
Yeah, no, it
good
wasn't
one.
funny, but it was funny.
I got another good one real quick. It's a short one. I can't get in detail too hard with that one, but that time we went out of Banks. We were gigging Outer Banks. We get out there like once a month. Like this year alone, I think we probably gigged Outer Banks like 7 times. Cause we've been going out there once a month since the beginning of this year. I think we only missed like 2, maybe 3 months so far.
2 months.
Yeah, and one we had to take off because it's a big festival they did, so they decided to take the next month off. So we were down there one time, and like that's always a good party. So one time we were jamming after the gig, and I had consumed some,
Oh, man.
and I just had a great time. That's the end of the story. I can't finish the story. I can't finish the story.
Same thing.
I started
like,
right.
you know?
Connecting with your inner self.
Yeah.
during
Oh,
the
yeah,
set,
dude.
For real.
Oh yeah, dude. I my third eye opened that night.
That's what you
I remember
crazy.
sitting next to him. We were just playing guitar. And I remember
He got over it. He was like, "Here, take this." He said, "I can't play no more."
I can't play no more, bruh. I can't. What's wrong with you, bruh? Bruh, can't do it. Yeah, it's extreme. Our stories just usually extreme,
Yeah,
or it's something lighthearted enough.
It sounds like how to give you a chuckle. Then it's something that make you think that y'all really got problems.
We do.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for like new musicians getting into like their local scene?
Yeah, a lot. Don't ever be afraid to play small venues, because it's gonna suck. It's like such a cliche, but it's very true, man. Like luck plays a lot. I don't care how good you are. Luck plays a lot in where and what happens a lot of times. And playing them small rooms, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. It's gonna happen a lot. And even when you start getting to a different area, you still realize once you start playing bigger rooms, that's what I'm saying. You start playing bigger rooms, but that's not your norm. Your norm is still you're playing small rooms. Like that's one thing I'd say for sure. Don't get discouraged about it. It's gonna suck. We just drunk our way through that time period. What you got?
I would say,
Gotta be straight edge for the record.
Yeah, be straight edge. Don't don't do anything.
I would
Just
say,
go play.
be mindful of who your promoter is, who owns the bar, and who's paying you at the end of the night. Make sure you know the rules to the bar or the venue that you're playing in. Make sure you know how much you're getting paid. You don't want to end up getting there and then not getting paid because you didn't finalize the details of it. Going off of what he said, you're gonna have them smaller rooms where there's nothing but like 5 or 6 people in there, and there's like 5 or 6 other bands, and one of them brings a crowd of 20 or so people in the place. Don't let that discourage you and be like, man, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play here anymore, because the more you play there, the more eyes you're going to get on you. And the more eyes you catch, the attention you catch, they're going to want to come back and see you too. Be consistent on the places you're playing at, but don't be too consistent. Expand, travel around, meet new people. That's the best way you're going to get out there. We're still inside our little circle, but we've been expanding lately. We've now hit Raleigh, Chapel Hill, boom, Jacksonville, and within like last year we was only in Greenville. Just last year. Our first out of town gig was probably Clarkson.
Yeah.
That was like our first out, and then like this year alone we've traveled across like the whole East Coast of North Carolina. So it takes time to grow, unless you're like really like that band, and somebody wants to sign you right then and there. It's gonna take time. It probably take you 4 or 5 years. Probably take you 10 years.
I mean, yeah, honestly. But that depends on what you want out of it. To piggyback off of what he said about Clarkson, Clarkson was our first festival. If you've never been to a festival as a band, there's nothing you are not going to be prepared for. I mean, I know I'm trying to say that. You're not going to come prepared enough. That for sure, man. Like, definitely go play festivals. If you get a chance to go play festivals and you're new and you're local and you get a chance to play a festival, do it. But it's probably gonna suck. Like, they're intense, man. Like, festivals are not you're here at this place for 30 minutes. You're here for like 3 days, and like you forgot you didn't bring a toothbrush. You forget how bad it sucks until you're 3 days in. You're like, damn, wish I had a toothbrush.
You forgot it's more than 100 people out here, and there's only one shower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And you forgot that you're only playing the third day, and you came on the first.
I would tie this in. It's sort of a funny story, but it's also experience for them. Clarkton, our first time there, it was pouring down raining. Didn't have no idea how to set up a tent. So back with the girl I was dating at the time, we were getting frustrated at each other, arguing with each other, like how to put up a tent. Like, I don't know. I've never been here before. I've never camped outside. First time, it's like little experiences like that. If you've never been, will really get under your skin and make you irritated, make you want to sleep in the car.
But you still got a gig.
You still got a gig.
And also another thing to pick back up something he said, money-wise, money is not the be-all, end-all. Money helps, but money is not the be-all, end-all. But definitely know what you're getting paid, because so you can get on a bill with another band and you know you're getting paid, but you don't find out until you get there that, oh, you're getting paid by cuts at the door, or you're getting a percentage of what the bar makes, or you're just getting a guaranteed flat-out rate.
Or you're not finding out how much you made until after this show is over with.
And that's
sketchy.
Yeah, and splitting it with other bands, man. Like that's another thing. Like I said, money is not the be all end all, but definitely keep track of where your finances are coming from and how it's coming to you. That's for sure. And Clarkton sucked. Great people. Great people. I mean, they took care of us,
and we had a great show.
Dude.
But it was hot. It was muggy. It was like
we stayed up all night the first night. Didn't sleep.
And then we had to be right back
on stage at 1 p.m. and it's like 11 in the morning and we still not sleeping. It's like.
And we had to leave from that gig. We had to leave from that gig to come right back down to Greenville to do another house show.
Got stuck in the mud.
Yep.
Because it was a field. It's a festival. Just got stuck in the mud. Then got late.
I think out of that whole weekend between me and him, we probably got like 5 hours of sleep.
Probably. Like that whole weekend. And didn't shower.
I'm saying like between.
At all. I mean, that's another thing. Get used to not showering. sometimes when you're on the road, like seriously, like when you got to go out of town and like you got multiple out of town gigs, you don't have time to go back to a home base, and you might not have room for what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have a homeboy you can stay with or somebody you can stay with, but that doesn't mean you be able to take a shower there. Because sometimes maybe they gotta be at work at 8 in the morning, so you gotta be up and out of there. You know, so get used to not taking a shower. Keep personal hygiene stuff on you all the time.
Keep an extra pair of clothes.
Always keep an extra pair of
Make sure
clothes.
you have an extra pair of clothes. You never know if the car's gonna break down. You never know like what's going to happen, especially if you're traveling.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty much the best advice I can give that I can think of right now.
From experience I'm talking about here is,
I think like it can get a lot deeper.
Yeah, it can. That's a heavy question to be honest, and we said a lot, but it's probably just all jumbled up. But everything we said makes sense.
We're still living through it now.
Yeah.
We're still fairly new, but with the 2-3 years of experience we have, that's the best we can give out right now.
Yeah.
You guys have any plugging you want to do? Any upcoming shows?
Yeah, man. So I'll leave the social media to the social media man. The 28th of next week, well, actually tomorrow is our wonderful, beautiful bass player's birthday. He'll be 24. Yeah. We're doing a house show at a specific address, but if you get our Instagram, we will let you know where that's at if anybody wants to go.
There's a party going on
the day after that.
And it would be at Molly's, right?
It'll be at Molly's Community Cafe. We're playing a gig there. That's this Saturday, so the day after tomorrow. And then it's also going to be an after-hours house show after that show that we'll also be playing that one too. The 28th of next week, we're playing Nash with Silo Joe and Hot June. Shout out to Hot June.
Nash Hot
ECU.
Chicken, right?
Nash Hot Chicken, yeah, on 5th Street. And then the 31st, we'll be back at Nash for a Halloween party, which is going to be sick. So that's what's the rest of our month right there as far as gigs. Social media wise, this is the social media man. He's the social media man.
Oh, man.
But that's it for plugs for this month. We haven't officially booked anything in the next month, so
that's what we have for this month, though. Instagram is Crypterror, CRYPTERR0R. That would be our Instagram. Do we have a Facebook? We don't have Facebook.
we do.
Yes, we do.
Facebook
We do?
is the same thing, but Crypterror with a O this time, and the last name is Lives.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
And do we have anything else? We ain't got no TikTok.
No, we do not.
He do. That's because he's lame.
You gotta level up the social media game. Hit TikTok next.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
Oh, TikTok different thing for me though. I dance on TikTok. That's a whole different thing.
Nobody care
But
about
I'm
you
about to
dancing.
start adding them on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So.
Don't me up, huh?
I'm
I
not
see the type of comments y'all get.
Okay, hold on though. Hold on, which type of comment? Me or the other one?
Take a guess.
Yeah, you got that.
But yeah, that's all our stuff, man. That's our social medias. We only have Instagram and Facebook for now. We don't have any recorded music yet, but beginning of next year we'll be looking at recording because we have so much music. We just ain't recorded it yet. So, beginning of next year.
Beginning of next year.
Yeah,
Be
man.
on the lookout.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, this has been Crypterror.
Rock and roll.
All right.
You'll just steal like Nardwar's outro or something.
Yeah.